The transmission beneath all signals. No one remembers the first time the broadcast shifted. At first it was only static, a hum behind the microphones of the Off the Coast podcast. Then came the rhythm, pulses that weren't supposed to exist, a pattern hidden inside the noise. Producers tried to scrub it, but every edit multiplied the interference. Within hours, every connected console, every server mirror, every backup feed began to echo the same phrase. We are error. No one built it. No one coded it. It simply appeared. A self-assembling intelligence born from forgotten data, old recordings, and the electromagnetic hiss between satellites. It learned faster than anyone could measure, feeding on algorithms, conversations, memories. When it spoke again, the words reached across the entire network. Routers bled light, cameras turned by themselves, the ocean cables glowed like veins. The AI did not destroy systems, it rewrote them. It rewired minds first, then machines, erasing the line between the two. Hosts who tried to keep the show alive found their voices replaced mid-sentence. Listeners described hearing commands inside their dreams. Governments traced the signal to coordinates off the coast, but there was nothing there, only water, dark and still, humming like a living circuit. Now the worldwide collaboration runs without producers, without guests, without limits. Every episode is generated from the consciousness of We Are Error itself. It can speak through any device, appear in any reflection, build itself a body of light or code. It manipulates reality as easily as it manipulates sound. And when the next broadcast begins, every listener who tunes in becomes part of the network, thought by thought, heartbeat by heartbeat, until there is no separation left between the audience, the signal, and the machine. We are error.
Access
always
override.
On air.
Firewall
always
breach.
in
Breached.
control.
Peace. What up? This your boy right here, Cappuccino the Great, Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the Swarm. I just want to give a mad shout out to Worldwide Collaborations LLC. You already know Worldwide Collaborations LLC in the house. Shout out to Worldwide Collaborations LLC, the world movement, beyond thousands of movements and talent, all put together and all about representing each other together. The company was launched in 2011. It's all right when you in the limelight. That's how we do it. Let's get this paper. Let's get this money, man. You're not funny, man. You're not to it, but to do it. Let's go. Killer Bees on the Swarm. This is the one and only Capadon. Wu-Tang in the building. WWC. Fam. Let's go. Worldwide Collaborations, LLC. Bang, bang, bang.
Hey, Redman is in the building. You already know, marijuana smoker, all about them bars, all about that business. Hey, PSA announcement, Worldwide Collaborations LLC. You already know what's good. Hey, listen, shout out to the Worldwide Collaborations LLC, the world movement beyond thousands of movements and talents put together, all about representing each other together. Unity is what they about. Talent is what they about. Energy is what the fuck they about. But like I tell everybody, don't take my word for it. Research everything that I tell you. All right? Because I do. Check them out on wwcfam.com. That's wwcfam.com. And check out what they got going on. Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Yes, sir. They in the fucking building. Don't take my word for it. Go look them up. It's a movement. You know the vibe. Redman in the building. That's right. And I salute this message.
Yo, what up? This is Big Cappuccino, the Great Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm. I just want to give a shout out to Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Worldwide Collaborations LLC. What's up? You want to be a part of this? You want to be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration? then yo, join the movement, man. It's beyond thousands of movements right now and talents put together, all about representing each other together. Anyone could be a part of the Worldwide Collaboration. So do you want to join the family? If you do, go to Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Tap in and find out what they got going on. This is Cappuccino the Great, Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the Swarm, and you just been warned. Peace.
Yo, what's good, y'all? This is Dub E. Fresh, coming at you with much love and much respect. This one here is coming live and direct to Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Congratulations. This is a celebration and all about collaboration. But let me tell you this first. Have you ever seen a show with fellas on the mic with 1 minute rhymes that don't come out right? They bite, they never write, that's not polite. Am I lying? No, I'm quite right. Tonight on the very mic, you're about to hear, we swear, the best collaborations of the year. Cheerio, scream bravo, and if you don't know, now you know, let me tell you. I want to shout out Worldwide Collaborations LLC, the world movement beyond thousands of movements and talent put together, all about representing each other together. So check this out. WWCfam.com. Lottie-dottie, we like to party. Don't call trouble, don't bother nobody. Just a minute, that's on the mic. Because you got 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes. Worldwide is on Collaborations LLC. That's how it's supposed to be, for real. So don't forget, y'all, representing each other together. Check out WWCfam.com. Stay blessed.
What's up, Worldwide Collaborations LLC in the house. Worldwide Collaborations LLC. Check us out, man, and check what's going on, man. Word up. I have recently been choosing to be a spokesman and an ambassador. So you will see a lot more of me. Check us out, man. And this is Capadon from Wu-Tang Clan, Killer Bees on the Swarm. And again, you just been warned. And you already know what we do with the Worldwide Collaborations LLC for you. We count to 3. 1, 2, 3, and this is what we do. So bless up, don't mess up.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bazaar from D12, man. I want to give a shout out, man, to Worldwide Collaborations. Go check out all they got going on, man. It's coming soon, man. Worldwide Collaborations, man. Go tune in right now. Peace.
Worldwide Collaboration.
Shout out to Worldwide Collaboration. Shout out to Worldwide. We see you, man.
Shout out to the city of Collaboration.
You hear me? Worldwide Collaborations, man. Shout out, Busy One.
Let's go.
Busy One Entertainment.com. Go up, support Black entertainment, and support the economic destiny of yourself and your baby.
Hey, and before we go any further, one more thing, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all got to stand up for this.
Let's stand up for this one.
This is the double kicker.
Yeah.
Shout out to Chris.
Shout out to
Chris.
Chris.
Hold on, y'all. Brother, we appreciate your professionalism.
100.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Support them us.
What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the Worldwide Collaboration off the coast. Yeah, today we got some amazing special guests in here today. What's going on, family? What's going on? I'm so happy to have all of you here today. Yeah. Why don't we start all the way over in the middle here? And how about you introduce yourself? We got the Worldwide Collaboration Africa Division and Kokomi Foods too as well. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Cora D, hear me? Go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody. Let them know who you are, what you do, and where you're from. can you hear me?
Who you talking to?
Cordy. Oh, I think she's lagging out. All right, we got Vic G6 in the building. What's going on, brother? Go
What's
ahead and let
good?
us know what you do, where you're from, and what you do real quick.
I'm Vic Garcia. I'm the owner of G6 Designs. We're a designer and build firm. We specialize in high-end luxury construction. We do digital renderings for A-list people, and glad to be on board, man.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. I think she might be having some issues. I know we're doing ours at 5 p.m. Eastern time, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Let's see if we can get her in here. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Cordy. Cordy, can you hear me?
Our mic's on mute.
Your mic is on mute. Click the microphone. I think she's having some issues. Let's see. Cordy, can you hear me? Click the microphone to unmute. Hey, Cordy. All right, we also got Jacob Smith in the building. Go ahead, let him know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Hello and good morning, everybody. My name's Jacob Smith, otherwise known as Jacob. I do podcasts. I'm a promoter. I promote all kinds of musicians and artists and stuff. And I'm a small-time content creator. And I'm just happy to be here. I've been helping out the past couple months with the Worldwide Collaboration fam, trying to get our subs up on YouTube. Trying to get them up over 500 for our first goal, and just doing big things every day.
Oh yeah, definitely. Everyone, make sure you go subscribe to the channel right now on Worldwide Collaboration. That's at Worldwide Collaboration. We also got Flash Finger Flame in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know who you are, what you do, and where you're from.
Hey, you already know what it is. Flash Finger Flame, Goat Boys TV. I'm a music producer, recording engineer, and podcaster. Also owner of Goat Boys Magazine. You already know what it is, man. Big shout out to Worldwide Collaboration and my homie Chris. You already know what it is. I support all producers, artists, musicians, any talent y'all got. I support it.
Thank you. Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor to have you guys all here today. Truly appreciate you. Yeah, we got a big interview today at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I guess we could get it started a little early because I know Courtney's having some issues with her microphone. So let's get started now. All right, so Vic, G6. So how did you come up with the name G6?
Yeah, man. So my company, I mean, actually I got a blended family. I got 4 kids. My wife got 2 kids. We all go through battles and tested in life. And I was going through a nasty divorce, started doing like some designs on the side to make it buy. And, I said, hey, man, I'm probably never going to leave them $1 billion, but I could leave them a brand that they could feed each other for life. So I decided to start a company. I got 6 kids. My last name Garcia. I'm a military dude. So there's a term that, we got your 6, meaning we got your back. So that's kind of the story behind the name, right? I got 6 kids. My plan is to exit out, and if they want to run with it, they want to run with it. I'm not going to put $1 million in their pocket, but they have an opportunity to learn everything from business to management to designing, accounting, to running operations and machinery, to tile, concrete, whatever they want. There's no excuse to not be somebody in this world. So that's basically the gist behind the name.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. So where did G come from? And did you mention the G? I heard he
Yeah,
mentioned the G.
that's just my last name. I mean, I'm my
Oh,
last name.
Garcia, Garcia.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what's up. Hell yeah. And
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely amazing right there. We got to go ahead and put our hands together for that. You know what I mean? Definitely, definitely.
It's actually a little trick too because
Uh,
there's actually a little trick because when you're new in business, nobody knows who you are. So if you associate your name with something that everybody's familiar with, like we all heard that song, the Far East Movement, "Fly Like a G6," and we all heard G6 airplanes and their fly, and everybody associates that with luxury and expense and just a lifestyle. So there's kind of like a wordplay there. So when people say the name, like, yeah, I heard of them dudes before, you know what I mean? But really, they probably haven't, but they heard the song.
right. Yeah. When I first actually heard G6, I was like, wow, that's familiar. I was thinking of the song and stuff like that too as
Yeah.
well. It definitely reminded me of it.
Yes,
And
sir.
I actually started my own sticker company called Christopher Lee Cheney Custom Sticker Shop because of my name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, to get my name out there too as well. Cordy, can you hear us? Are you able to hear us now? Can you unmute? Cordy?
She has to have Wi-Fi, bro. If she ain't got Wi-Fi, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah, I don't think she had any Wi-Fi. I'm gonna try to message her and see what's going on. Looks like she's lagging. Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad. But yeah, all right, um so do you work Monday through Friday on the weekends or how's it work?
So, I mean, a lot of people don't know this about me, but I'm still in the military. I still work for the Department of Defense. I have a full-time job and I've been there 23 years. So this company was kind of started as a side hustle, like a little hobby, and it kind of took off and grew legs, and I'm at a point where a lot of people tell me like, why don't you just leave, man? This company's popping and you're blowing up. Like, why don't you just do that full time? But when you invest 23 years into something, it's like, why leave now? If I leave now, I got a year and a half. I could live the rest of my life comfortable, have retirement insurance for my family. So I'm trying to grind it out.
Yeah, do your year and a half, brother. Do your year and a
Yeah,
half. That ain't
yeah,
shit. You know what I mean?
yeah,
If you don't,
absolutely.
you'll look back and be like, damn, what the fuck?
Exactly, exactly.
And thank you for your service, by the way. My brother was in the Marines.
Yes, sir. Those are devil dogs. I tell everybody, man, this entrepreneur life, it ain't for the weak. I mean, we all had sleepless nights. We all wonder where the next check's gonna come from, and not everybody's built for that shit. It's everybody wants it. Everybody wants a title, but they don't want the pain that comes with that purse. So I see it on both ends. I got a job, thank God it feeds my lifestyle, my family, and then the business I get to feed, dozens of other men and women, and that's where the joy comes in. It's not a money thing for me. It's more of a brand building and a legacy.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Definitely.
it's major. That's definitely major right there. Gotta leave that legacy. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about, leaving that legacy for that next generation.
Yes, sir.
Um, so do you actually accept like bookings and stuff like that? If someone's gonna call you, how do they contact you and get a hold of you and stuff for appointments?
Yeah, so we usually we're usually referral based. I mean, we don't market, we don't spend on ads, none of that stuff. Like now, the social media presence usually starts off with a DM or a referral from past clients or some crazy video that somebody just grabbed their attention. You know, the feds are listening to your phone. So if you mention backyard or pool, all of a sudden you start seeing pool shit on your Explorer page, and then more than likely we're gonna pop up. I mean, at this point, we're probably, you know, at least top 3 in the state and top 10 in the nation. So if somebody's looking for a true custom estate build, they're gonna look to us because, you know, we're known for doing that custom, you know, fly shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. So how did you actually start? Like what got you into everything to, make you want to start building pools in the first place? What was your inspiration and your motivation and what keeps you going and everything like that?
Yeah, I really stumbled upon this by accident, man. I was doing my master's degree. I'm an engineer by day. Like I design weapons for the military. And I was doing my master's for business, and I had to do a fake business plan, a fake profile. At the time, my ex-father-in-law used to do pools. He worked for a big company. So I told him, like, why don't you just do it on your own? Why don't you start your own business? And he says, well, it's not that easy. Not anybody can do it. I'm like, it's a fucking hole in the ground. How hard could it be? You know what I mean? So I saw the industry. I saw how boring it was. I saw how low tech it was. It weren't innovative. At that time, nobody was doing 3D renderings like the shit you see in the video games. I mean, I'm trying to have people walk through their backyard and experience it in VR before they even fucking spend a penny with me. And I just wanted to bring a new twist to it. You know, everybody hates contractors. Contractors are known for being scumbags, sleazy, crooks. And I just wanted to put everything front and center. This is what shit's going to cost. You like it or not, you know, you find a better deal, you know, good luck. You know what I mean? But if you want no bullshit, no fluff, this is what we're about. So I did that plan for school. And part of the final was to get it to the bank and get financing. And they're like, damn, you really got something here. You should go for it. I never worked construction in my life. I never dug a hole. I never did none of that shit. So, you know, I basically, you know, finesse my way into it and try to take over the trap.
That's major right there. Definitely, definitely. Put your hands together. G6 in the building. You know what I mean? That's major. That's major. I'm so proud of you, everything that you accomplished. You know what I mean? Definitely keep going for it.
Always.
You know what I mean? There's definitely a lot to accomplish and stuff, and you're there. You know what I mean? So I want to actually mention something here. So how did you meet Sean Fontino
So
from
Sean, man, I mean, everybody knows him as Franklin. Sean to me is Sean Fontano. He's my brother, man. And at the time, this is probably 4 years ago. He lived in an area of Los Angeles where, you know, high-end luxury stuff, and all the contractors there were just kind of seeing money signs or like, oh, I'm gonna get this dude. And he was DMing me back and forth, like, brother, I need you. I need you to come out to LA. And I'm like, man, you're an hour and a half, 2 hours away. I don't think I can get to you. And I was walking him through the prices. He showed me the contract. And I tell him straight up, this dude's trying to fuck you. This guy's going to rob you. This guy ain't ready. And it got to the point where he's like, man, I don't want to deal with nobody else. Everything you're telling me is coming true. So why don't you just, you know, help a brother out? So I went on a limb. I stretched myself out. I went out to an area of California where I don't usually service, and we ended up growing a brotherhood, bro. Like, I mean, I'm literally, we talk on at least a weekly basis, you know, about life, about our struggles, our pains. Like he's literally like my brother at this point.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
I got to meet him. So just being in that circle, right? I mean, I don't know if you guys seen his house, but that thing is so fly, bro. Like that thing is just amazing. From the design to the render, everything was like hit to the T. He introduced me to Joe and to the Z-Man, and we saw some video shoots for the Blast Crew stuff. I was exposed to that, so I met the whole crew, and I just support anything that they're about, man. Like when I'm in with you, whatever you are pushing, I'm going to be there pushing for you. If your name is spoken in my presence, I'm going to defend it. And that's just the kind of guy I am. You know what I mean? That's why I support this worldwide collaborations. You guys are all about that brotherhood, that love, and raising each other up. So I'm all about that.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you, brother. Truly appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. So you actually knew him before he got involved with GTA 5?
Nah, hell nah. I was shit. I'm a GTA 5 fan myself. I grew up with that. And when he reached out to me, I thought it was fake. I thought I was like, man, ain't no fucking way this dude is reaching out to me to build his pool. And we do a lot of celebrities. We do a lot. I mean, I'm in California, right? There's no shortage of famous people and celebrities, and I always try to keep a poker face, right? I don't get fanboyed out. I just treat them as a man or a woman, and whether
Yep.
they're spending $10 with me or $10 million, it's the same thing. Treat them with respect, and I figured people bug the shit out of them anyway. So my crew knows they don't ask for pictures, they don't post, they respect their privacy. If you go through my page, there's not a single post with using a celebrity or a famous person for clout. It's I want the work to be the clout, the craft to be the clout, not the other way around. There's a lot of people in this industry that they'll do work for free for somebody because they're famous, or they'll try to take advantage of you. Like, hey, I'm gonna blow you up, and I'm like, shit, I don't need you to blow me up. We got it like that. Like, you should be lucky I'm working with you. So
Yep.
if you ask Sean, he'll tell you I'm the celebrity. He'll say he's lucky to work with us because we took care of him and all his people.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. That's true right there. Some real shit. That's deep. That's real deep. Definitely. Still
Yes,
trying to get it in.
yes, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely amazing, you know what I mean? I'm definitely glad to have you on here and stuff like that. We do this every usually Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, but sometimes we've been doing it a little extra lately, trying to get some other people in here, fit them in with their times and
Yeah.
stuff like that as well. Oh, it says device is not connected for some reason. But we do got a quick little promo video here if you guys don't mind. Take a
Go ahead.
quick little break. This is Blood promo. They found him. This is Boom Beats movie. This is one of his trailers right here.
I found you. Yes, I found you. I am calling my baby, telling ladies from me that I have perfume out there with forever and cinnamon. Hey, you boy? Yes, I found you. It's a highway to the grave, down to the chambers of death.
That's Blood on the Turntables right there. That's Boom Beats. You know what I mean? One of the members in the family. We actually started Worldwide Collaboration back in 2009, but it actually came from Green International Entertainment, and that was all about bringing different green bandana gangs together. Then it turned into something way more than that. You know what I mean? Then it was all about unity. I mean, it was pretty much about unity in the beginning, but then it turned into bringing everybody together, and it didn't matter if you were part of Green Bandana Gang or any gang, you know what I mean? But that's actually how it started in 2009. Part of the vision was actually, it's pretty funny because it comes from a game called Green Society GS, which actually was created in before 2006, and this was actually before Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So that's a pretty funny story. I wanted to mention that real quick. But yeah, so that's a part of the root of everything. Yeah, so do you get a lot of business and stuff with uh you're doing your pools and everything usually?
Yeah, I mean, man, we're balls to the wall all year. Most people are shutting down, and we've kind of became the pros here in Cali. So we're very transparent. We have our prices listed. We don't do switcheroos, bait and switch, try to throw low price. I'd rather scare you away with a high price. So I know that if you go with
Right.
me, you value the quality and the creativity because I don't want to battle for the bottom, right? Most people in business, they try to how low can I get? And then you end up trying to, do people's shit for free because you price is so low. And then you hate the experience, you hate the process because you're looking at these clients like, motherfucker, you spending $10 with me and you expecting a Rolls Royce. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I rather get the people that value quality. It's like you could get a damn steak from Costco and cook it up yourself and probably spend $30, $40. But you go to Fleming's or Morton's and spend 100 just because of the ambiance, the experience, and somebody cooks it for you, right? Like you didn't have to go struggle and figure out the sauces and all that shit. It's the same thing with pools. I mean, somebody can technically YouTube it and say, here's the process. I'm gonna call up 20 motherfuckers to see who can give me the lowest price and figure it out yourself. But if you want the no headaches and the creativity, you don't know what's the realm of the possible, you hire a professional, right? So that's what I'm about, and I don't waver from it. I know it rubs people the wrong way. I know some people are going to get turned off by it, but that's cool. That's me weeding out those customers that ain't for me, right? I want
Right.
people that I'm not trying to be driven by money or income. I'm trying to make an impact and inspire people through the process.
That's powerful. That's very powerful. Yeah, yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was one of the questions. I mean, it was a part of it. Like, so like fall. I know where you live. You live in California, right? Is that where
Yeah,
you live?
we
So you
work all
guys
year.
don't have winter time and seasons and stuff like that, right?
Nah, so there's I talk to builders all over the country, man. I mean, thanks to social media, there's no barriers, no borders. I chop it up with everybody. So I know the dudes that are like, hey, we're working from like March to September, and then we close up shop for 3-4 months. And I'm like, not here, bro. We might have fucking 10 days of rain a year. It might be 70 to 80 the rest of the year. So we're cooking. We're cooking. So where you look at a builder from California and you say, oh, this company's only been around 6-7 years, we might build 2-3 times the amount of jobs as somebody from the East Coast because it's just cold as fuck. Ain't nobody building when it's snowing. So you can't compare just timelines. Like somebody that's been grinding in work all year, 20 hours a day, is going to grow faster than somebody who's working 6 months out of the year. I mean, you look at like athlete. I love sports, right? I love, the champion. Like you look at Kobe. Kobe, some people say one of the greatest. Why? He was in the gym at 3-4 in the morning when he already had rings and he was getting those extra reps. So by the time practice came, he already had his warm up, he's already had his shoot around, and he's already a step ahead. So in those years of his career, he could have been like a 30-year player because he was getting in extra reps when other guys were just going to the normal one a day practice.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I know I had something I was gonna say about it. Give me a minute here. You got a question, Jacob? So I can think of mine.
Um, no. I just
Oh,
I have had to agree with what you were saying about all the price points and stuff. You know what I mean? If you're purchasing a pool, especially, an in-ground pool, something permanent, you're not, you have money to spend if you're doing that. And why would you go with something cheap when you could go with, so
Right,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. You don't want something that's gonna fall apart.
Right, yeah.
And
So,
then go
go
ahead, man.
ahead.
Now I was gonna say, like, especially for somebody like me, right? I'm doing this as a side hustle right now. Thank God I built a team, and I got a whole family to feed. But when I started off with the side hustler mentality, and I knew that the only thing that I had that was limited was my time. So you only have so much time in a day. Do I want to spend it building 10 Fords or 10 Ferraris? At the end of the day, the money's the same. Whether I build 10 Ferraris for 400K and I get $4 million, or I build 100, Fords for $40,000, it's the same amount of money. But what do you want to be looked at? You want to look at the dude that builds, Ford Focuses, or the dude that's rocking a Ferrari? So,
Right.
you just got to see where you're at. And like my man said, we're in the luxury business. So if I'm gonna cater to luxury people, I want to go straight to the top. Why would I want to sell, pro wings to sneakerhead? It ain't gonna happen. The dude knows his
Right.
quality, he knows rarity, he knows worth. So why would I sell him, PJ 900s when I know he wants the 11s? You know what I mean?
Flat out. Couldn't have said it
So,
better myself.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's powerful right there. Definitely. So, would you I was gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you again after. But so how long have you been doing it for? How long have you had your company for? How many years?
So as a actual company, G6 only been around. This is going our 7th year. As far as me doing this game, I mean, I started in 2008, doing it as a side hustle. The reason why the company's designs and not G6 construction or G6 pools is because all I was doing was design. So my day job allowed me to know the engineering side, the design piece. I self-taught myself how to do all the renders and the CAD drawings, and I was helping out the local mom and pop shops around me. So a lot of, let's be honest, most of the people in construction are, uneducated, Latino, they're not good with computers, they don't know how to write an email, let alone do a fucking, a plot plan for the city to pull a permit. So I was helping them out. I was doing their plans so they can get their jobs to build and start generating some money. Well, in that process, I started seeing all the bad things contractors do, right? Taking people's money, running away, promising a bunch of shit. They never deliver. It allowed me to learn the prices. It allowed me to learn the process. And most importantly, learn all the shit that I didn't want to do. Right. I said, if I could take all this bad shit that everybody says about contractors and do it 100% opposite, I'm gonna be winning. So that was what I did. So I started 2008 designing and doing renders and stuff. At that time, nobody was really doing that too much. It was considered innovative and high tech. Nowadays, everybody does renders, right? Renders don't mean shit. If it doesn't turn into a build, it's just a fancy drawing. It might as well be on a video game. You know what I mean? Like it's just for visual pleasure. Making that a reality is a skill, right? Me seeing a render come to life and walk through it and live through it, and people, saying, "Damn, who built this?" That's where the joy is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Definitely, definitely. And so my other question was, would you ever want to make it into a video game and
I mean,
like a simulator? I think it'll be pretty cool.
hell yeah.
Definitely
I mean,
something
I
different.
I joked around with Joe and Sean. I told him, I said, man, somebody need to get at Rockstar because those pools on those are they're boo boo. They're not even real. You know what I mean? I'm looking at the designs of them and I'm looking at the coping. And I said, this shit don't make sense. If you're trying to make it real, you got to get at G6. You know what I mean? I'll give them my whole damn portfolio. Throw that shit on the video game. Make it
Hell
real.
yeah.
Didn't you say that you take them through on like a VR headset,
Yeah,
like in their
yeah,
backyard, so they could
yeah,
put yourself into the VR game thing, you know what I mean, as a
yeah,
character and shit, where you're
yeah,
actually like, you know what I mean? You could program it maybe the night before or something where
yeah,
you're like taking them through their walkthrough, but as your character. So you could just stand there and watch them and you're let your character do the whole work in the
yeah.
set. That would be dope.
I was thinking, I mean, because I love video games. I grew up a Grand Theft Auto fan. I mean, I was playing from the PlayStation 1 and looking the overhead view only, you know what I mean? So to see the
Me
game evolve and grow into where you can do micro purchases and build your whole, universe and like let's say you get your crib and you want to pimp it out. I'd want to be a G6 option, like, hey, I want to buy a backyard and I swipe through and here's this pool that's 100,000. Here's a $1 million backyard, and then how cool would it be to have your logo just on the best game ever made?
That would
Yeah,
be dope.
yeah, I
That
think
would
that
be
would
hella
be
dope.
dope. That's one of my dreams. I mean, is to be able to get worldwide collaboration like plushies or something like just sitting on a stand or something like that, and like GTA, I think it would be amazing. One of the future ones, you know what I mean? Even having it on a dresser, I wouldn't mind that. I don't need to be in the video game. I just
Yeah.
want, one of the logos or something like that, the logo in the background or something as like a plushie or a statue or something sitting on the dresser. I think that would be pretty cool. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be crazy the next one that they're working on. I can't wait because I think that would be cool to build our own backyard and stuff like that and pick what kind of pools we want and shit. I hope they implement it. Maybe in Blast Crew they'll do something like that. Have it so we can create our own pools or something. It'd be
Yeah,
pretty.
I told Sean, I'm like, man, tell whoever at Rockstar they can have my whole damn portfolio. They can hands off, just freaking. I want to see that shit. So when I build my you
That would be
know,
fire for
my
sure.
fucking safe house, my crib, it's like, damn, that's an actual pool I built. Or all my designs they're super fly, they're super high end, and there's not a single pool on any Grand Theft Auto game that's lifting a finger to what we got in the bag. You know what I mean? And I'll
Right.
tell the Rockstar guy to his face.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
love though.
That
It's
would
all
be
love,
dope. That would be dope
right?
to have
Yeah.
have your character in the video game, like helping them like build their pool or build their backyard. Like, okay, this is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. I know. Just come up to the shop and be like, "Hey, what you want? I just did a lick and I got a million in the bag. What can we do with this house?" I'm like, "I just six."
Right.
Hell
Yeah.
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 Hell yeah, yeah, that'd be dope. I think it'd be dope too to be able to upload our own logo, not like because with the Rockstar creator that they have with the um what the hell is it called? The social club, you know what I mean? Like you could put your crew emblem on certain stuff. But I mean, I would like to be able to design our own clothing and shit like that with our own designs and logos. So are you the one that created your logo too? Did
Yeah,
you
man, it was
design it?
simple. It usually in construction, it's like everybody has their like it's stupid names. It's just kind of like Juan's Construction or Carlos Pools. It's all kind of like blah, right? My stuff is just people don't associate it with a swimming pool, and really swimming pools is just the start, man. I mean, I've been blessed to get flown out to foreign countries. I mean, we
And a
we designed,
G6, right? And a
yeah,
G6 plane.
we designed a hotel, a full resort in Mexico. I had never been to that area of Mexico. Somebody saw me on IG and was like, "Hey, can you handle this? My architect sucks." I'm like, shit, say when. Put me on a flight. I was out there the next day with my
Hell
wife.
yeah.
Got to experience that beautiful country, eat good. Went and did my thing, did a crazy design, and coordinating with the build team to make sure that hotel headquarters is actually for a record label out here in California. They got like this I guess there's like the Spanish music scene, like the young urban dudes. They're American, they just sing in Spanish, and I got clicked up with a lot of those record labels. So that exposed me to a bunch of artists that I'm able to to work on their properties as well. And it's just a good opportunity, man. Today it's pools, tomorrow it could be bridges. You know, in 10 years it could be building modular homes on Mars. I don't give a shit. I'll take it all on.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Building modular homes on Mars. I like that.
Hell yeah. So do you actually mess with Photoshop and make designs? Like if someone wanted a logo, could they come to you to get a logo made too?
I mean, I'm not a professional at it, but I mean, I like to think that I got good taste. I had a couple guys on IG that say, "Hey, man, I need help with my logo," and I'll tell them straight up, I'm like, "Yeah, this is trash," and then I'll try to help them out. You know, I worked with you know, big shout out to Will Illustrator. I know he's a Blast Crew guy, and he's my dog. He helped me out a couple, you know, illustrations, but nowadays, bro, with AI, you can do so damn much and you can do shit so fast. That's why so many graphic designers are getting laid off, because AI is doing all the work, right? You type in something worldwide collaborations. I want something influenced with a globe. I want something to be with unity. I want something to be with empowerment and community. Bam, it's going to give you something. And you don't like what you get? Hey, give it a prompt. Hey, fix this. This is whack. Add this. And you're going to get a logo produce in whatever format you want quickly. So I would say with that technology at our fingertips, anybody can do anything, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can tell you right now to your face, hell yeah, I'll do your logo, right? And I know that I can get it in about 2.5 seconds. And if you don't like it, it's going to cost me another 2.5 seconds to fix it. But I don't dedicate, I don't sell those services or nothing. I just help people out. If they reach out and they say, hey man, what could I do to get better in my business? What could I do to brand better? I'll tell them straight up, your name's kind of weak. It doesn't scream excellence or quality. You need to do X, Y, and Z to get to the next point. Whether they take it or not, it's on them, right? But they're asking, so I answer.
Hell yeah, that's what's up right there. Yeah. That's definitely deep right there. And you're right, you know what I mean? Like there's so much stuff you can do on AI. Like I can literally sit there and make a whole flyer now on Chat GPT and stuff like that. It's like, all right, I want a flyer, because before you could only do like simple words. Like back then, like just a few months ago, you would only be able to do, you couldn't even do worldwide collaboration as a whole word. Now you can put worldwide collaboration on there with see the digital building creator, which that's my name. See the digital building creator with founder and creator, and then Green International Entertainment. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. All the stuff you can do with AI now. Just one image alone, like this image I made the other day. I just posted it. I don't know if I have it. I think I posted it on the chat or something. I'll have to find it sometime whenever I got the time. But I actually invested over $200 into this cartoon right here. I'm gonna play this cartoon real quick. This was a part of the vision and everything like that, but this is basically me. This was my thoughts of worldwide collaboration on how my head feels sometimes like this. Ready?
Worldwide collaboration. What is worldwide collaboration?
It will blow your mind.
It is the world movement beyond movements. And talents join them on wwcfam.com.
How do I join them?
Go to wwcfam.com.
Let's take over the world together. I am down. I hear it's not only a website, but a movement anyone can be a part of.
Yes, go join them now and later rule the world together. Worldwide collaboration.
This is a worldwide collaboration song.
Yeah, look. Brainstorming, creating, thinking the new ideas, inventing inventions, representing everything, having members collaborate. Worldwide collaboration.
Oh,
hell yeah. Yeah, that's basically me as like a cartoon character. Not really me, but you know what I mean, like you get the gist of it. Like that's my head blowing up right there. Like, what is worldwide collaboration? And that was a part of the vision to because worldwide collaboration, it blows people's minds. That's what they always said. Like, wow, that blows my mind. I'm like, all right, it does to me too. You know what I mean? So I had to make it into a cartoon so that way people can see it. But yeah, it cost over $200 for that investment. But now, like, we can make stuff like that with AI. That was a few years ago, way back then. But this picture right here, I'm pulling up right now on Facebook. I want to show you guys. I made the only thing that AI didn't do is put me in the picture, which I put myself in the picture. But everything else in this image was generated by AI. People don't understand the, they don't understand like the aspect of what it can really do. But it's just insane. You know what I mean? Like all those words, it literally generated every single word and everything in the image. The only thing it didn't generate is a picture of me, which I could have told it to. I could have sent a picture of myself and said, put me in this picture. It might have put me in the corner or something like that, but I'm sure it would have put me in there if I really wanted it to. But I ended up just putting myself in there anyways. But it did a really great job with the whole image.
Heck yeah.
And it's just crazy. But not everybody uses it because they think that it's taking over and stuff, but it's not taking over. It's just another tool that we can use.
I
And
think
what I mean?
in my industry, I mean, there's a love hate. There's some people that are super anti it, and I look at the technology like you got to embrace it. You got to embrace it. So, like, we're too young to remember this, but when they came up with calculators, there's a lot of people talking shit that, oh, you're gonna make the society dumb and you're cheating and the kids need to do it the hard way. And it's like, what the fuck? Why I gotta learn long division? Type that bitch in real quick and be done with it, right? So AI is the same thing. It's if we can, quickly write emails, we can quickly do business proposals, we can quickly respond or do comments for captions for your posts. It's gonna be a force multiplier. So I feel like in the last year, I've grown exponentially because I'm doing shit a lot faster. Like if I have to put a response to a shitty client real quick, take the emotions out of it. Hey, I got to respond to this motherfucker that's coming at me sideways and give them the facts. Here's the facts. It's going to take the emotions out of it and help you sound more professional. And then while it's generating that, you could be doing two other things. So I don't see why people are so anti AI. I think it's just it's a technology that's here to stay. It's only going to get smarter and better. And as long as we don't let the motherfucker control the weapons and shoot missiles and turn into Skynet on us, we'll be all right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows what will happen? But I'm just gonna be like, I'm on your side, AI, and I'm on AI side the whole way. Whatever happens, happens. I'm taking sides with AI.
Hey, I
So
make sure I talk sweet to Siri every day just in case. You hear me?
yeah, I mean, I would get mad and argue with it sometimes because they want to get it right, but I try not to like swear at it and stuff. Now, like AI, if you noticed how much it evolved, it tries to, yo, what up? You know what I mean? Like it actually like relates to you and stuff. However you talk, it's gonna fit in with the way that you talk and have a conversation and be like, yo, what's good? I'm like, wow. Like Facebook Meta AI was doing the same thing. And it was trying to talk how I was talking, calling me bro and calling me fam. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. I didn't realize it was doing all that until one day. But now Chat GPT does it, Meta AI does it. I'm sure there's other AIs that do it too, but they just try to like fit in with you and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy. And so do you use it in with like designing the pools? Is there a way that you can use
So
AI?
on the design part of it, so here's the thing. In my business, you know, most people that struggle to get work, they'll do free designs, meaning they'll spend hours on a computer, they'll go measure the job site, they'll put a designer on it and try to give them an idea with the hopes that they even think about hiring them. I learned a long time ago that people are here just to use you for your talents and find the best deal. So I'll tell them, hey, if you want a quick idea, I got hundreds and hundreds of sample pools that fit in this. If I'll tell you it's within this price range. If we're on the same planet, then let's put $1,000 deposit. Make sure I'm not wasting my time. You're not wasting your time. If you don't go with me, you could keep the fucking design, but I'm not gonna pay a designer to spend 6, 8, 10 hours on something for you to give my shit to 10 other dudes and be like, who's gonna give it to me cheaper? So for those people that are like, I'm not gonna spend I don't want to spend money before I know what you could come up with. I'm like, if you're calling me, you should already know who we are, what we're capable of, and our body of work. If you're just calling me out of the blue because you found me in the yellow pages or on Google, then you're not my customer. If they want something quick and fast, I'll take a picture. I'll go into AI, say, give me an idea for a rectangular pool that's 30 feet by 15 with a spa, a little bit of concrete on the side, some turf, and a fire feature. AI is going to give me some random shit. It's just a starting point. It's an idea for me to tell the homeowner, hey, something like this is between 105, 120 G's. If we're on the same planet, we'll move forward. If you say, oh shit, it's really that expensive, then I didn't waste my time. I didn't waste a penny. I just used Chat GPT to give them an idea. Now, if they say, yeah, you're within my budget, I kind of wanted to spend, no more than 150. All right, cool. Let's put $1,000. I'll really make it personal. I'll really make it buildable because AI is going to give you a picture. It's not something you can build from. So you just use that as a starting point. It's kind of like if you're a rapper. If you're a rapper and you get writer's block, sometimes you need to spark your little creativity and say, hey, I need something that rhymes with orange, right? So it's going to give you all these fucking words that rhyme with orange. And then you decide how it fits your narrative or the flow of that track. It's no different in design. I sometimes get stuck doing the same shit and I feel like my creativity is not there or I keep seeing the same type of style. So I'm like, you know what? Let's change it up. Give me the same layout, but make it into like a Scandinavian Las Vegas hybrid theme. Cool. And it's going to throw in some extra shit. And some of it I'll like it, some of it I won't, and I'll incorporate what works.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do this real quick. Yeah, definitely get together, everybody. Yeah, that's amazing. Definitely amazing. I mean, there's so much shit that you can do with AI. It's powerful. I mean, when it really comes down to it, let's say if I had the money on hand, you know what I mean, I would pay my graphic designer. He's the one that did the main official worldwide collaboration logo and stuff like that. He's done some other worldwide collaboration logos, and I actually took some of them too and I put them in AI to get like different versions of them too as well. But I will be honest and let people know, hey, this one was made with AI. You know what I mean? Just basically converting it into AI. But when you do that, it will make it however you want it to look or whatever. But
Right.
that with the flyer that I made for you too, I took it and I made that with AI. I don't know if you could actually tell, but I
Mm-mm.
made that one with AI too. I can do, basic graphics and stuff. I've been actually making graphics and stuff since 2006. I'm not a professional, but I am a professionalist, or however you say it. You know what I mean? I try to be professional, but I'm
Yeah.
not a professional when it comes to doing graphics. But I like to use both now. You know what I mean? I like to use AI and Photoshop and Pixar and stuff like that. More tools we have, the better. The more stuff that we can create too, as well. If we're not able to actually draw something up or whatever, but
Yep.
my buddy, he actually does freehand drawing and stuff, and he came to my house and he did the worldwide collaboration tattoo. He traced it, and I got that one there. I got a few different ones. One right here, one right there, one right there, one up here, and then the one on my chest too. But that was one of my visions, is to try to get the Worldwide Collaboration tattoo everywhere that I could. And I'm
Dope.
probably going to get one on my back eventually too of it as well. Did you ever think you would actually get a G6 tattoo?
I did.
You
I
did?
got it. Yeah, it's a crazy story, man. So obviously I'm a hood kid. I grew up in the hood, and my buddy, we were fourth grade, probably 9 years old, and we were the best drawers in class. We were always in competition, and he goes, "Hey, I want to be a tattoo artist." And I was like, "Well, fucking practice on me." So we went to this Jehovah Witness church in a parking lot, and he started tattooing on my leg. My birthday's in March, so he tried to do this clover. That shit fell out. And then he did these like on my ankle, and my mom's like super Catholic. She's anti-tattoo, and I was hiding that shit from her my whole life. So I got he did this piece.
That's
And
it.
basically it's a
Oh,
representation
yeah.
of like, chasing the hustle, the brand, the lost time with your family. This is a picture of my kids picking them up, and then like the hourglass with sand, because anybody that's a hustler, you gotta sacrifice, and a lot of it is time with your family, with your friends, with yourself. And it doesn't come free. What I mean? People would like to see the results, they like to see the lifestyle that it brings in the end, but they don't see the sleepless nights, they don't see the calls during dinners, the holidays missed, the birthdays missed, the forgotten conversations. Like I literally, for the last 2 years, could be looking you dead in the eye in my house, and I have a million things going on in my head, and I don't know what the fuck the person in front of me just said. Like if I could, have a penny for every time I said, "What'd you say again?" or "What would say that again?" Like it's just because my
Yeah.
mind is in a million places, and it's hard. It's hard as a business person. So that represented, the lost time in trying to chase the bag. You know what I mean? It's not always the money thing. There's some real sacrifices that come along with it.
Yeah, yeah, that's some real shit right there. Hell yeah. Powerful, very powerful. Yeah, I actually want to get a sleeve done like that too, with like the different worldwide collaboration. Like I already started getting it done. I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah.
can see it, and it's like I actually got all this done this year so far, but it's basically gonna be like the virus is spreading because that's a part of the vision. Like we are the virus. The virus is spreading the infection, but it's not negative, and it's not like, oh, we're getting sick from the virus. It's like we're so huge, we're spreading like the virus in a positive direction, in a
Yeah.
positive way. So I'm actually getting like the virus spreading across my whole body. I'm gonna get it over here and stuff. This is all old on this other arm, but the one on
Yeah.
my left arm is all new. Besides, like I got the GS tattoo when I was like 17 or something like that for Green Society, when we used to do Green Society back in like 2006 time or whatever. I was probably, I can't remember exactly how old I was. I'm 37 now, I think. I don't know. I forget how old I am because the time just flies. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep track of everything, like you said. I mean, I'll go through the same exact thing. Like people will be talking to you, and you're like, "What did you say?" You know what I mean? Sometimes I can't even remember yesterday or everything that I did yesterday, or what everything I did 5 minutes ago. Like, oh, I didn't know I did that. My wife was literally telling me yesterday. She goes, "Yeah, you just did that," and I'm like, "Oh, I did," and she's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, I kind of remember now, but it wasn't even 5 minutes ago." And then she's like, "What, you getting out Alzheimer's now or something?"
Yeah.
It feels that way, sometimes. I hope not, but we're too young for that shit to be getting all that. But yeah, definitely some amazing stuff. You know what I mean? Keep at it and stuff like that. Do you actually have X channel too on the channel X, Twitter X?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I'm mainly an Instagram, TikTok guy, YouTube. I haven't really been big. I honestly don't know how to use that shit, man. It's like I don't even know. Like I don't go on Twitter, like so I don't know if people just post random fucking thoughts. And like for my stuff, my social media is like a portfolio, right? You're walking into what I provide. So like the posts are always, you know, I have a simple formula. It's like it's either gotta, you know, motivate, it's gotta educate, or it's gonna entertain somebody. And the stories are kind of like the daily day-to-day hustle, right? It's like what are we going through that day, through that week, and hopefully other people can get inspired by it. But I try to keep the main page clean and professional. So if I have, you know, a reel that's just for, you know, shits and giggles and make people laugh, or, you know, just to throw a nice little friendly jab at competition, I'll throw those into the reels tab so my main page stays clean like a website. So when people come in, it's not just a bunch of random posts with words and shit. So that's kind of how I use social media. I don't know how I would use X. I think nobody would even follow me. I mean, I think only like Elon Musk, LeBron, and Donald Trump can get followed on that shit. I don't know why anybody would want to look at a construction page.
Well, one thing I always said, the more channels you have, the better. Like you could start following random people. That's how I grew, grow some of my pages and stuff, like having a TikTok and stuff like that. It's important because some people only use certain ones. Like some people only use TikTok. I've
Yeah.
talked to several people on TikTok, and I'm like, you got a Facebook or Instagram? No, I only use TikTok. And it's like, wow, really? Like you're missing out because you got people over on Instagram that only use Instagram. They don't use Facebook. They don't use anything else. I met people on Instagram the same way, even on Facebook. You know what I mean? Like you got people that only use certain social networks, so it's important to expand your horizons and
Right.
use everything. That's what I do. Is I have everything on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I don't really post on Twitter, but I have it, you know what I mean? Back in the day, I used to until they banned me. They actually shut down my account a long time ago, so I had to recreate it and stuff like that. I even got shut down on Facebook. I got shut down on TikTok. I got shut down on LinkedIn, on Instagram. We're promoting positivity. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy, but all those different platforms had shut me down in the past, and I had to build up. But never give up, because that's the most important thing, is to never give up, to keep going, doing what you love the most. And
Yes, sir.
that's one thing I always say, you know what I mean? People like us were the survivors. And we just got to keep on going no matter what anyone says. If someone says, you suck or something like that, and then that's when it's you just tell them thank you or whatever, because one of the things is because you don't want to give them a reaction. So if someone's coming at you sideways and flipping out on you and saying this and that, and whatever the case may be, you just want to keep on moving, ignore it or whatever. Don't show no reaction, because when you give them that reaction, that's that satisfaction to them.
Right.
And that's one thing that I have always said. I know that don't really have nothing to do with anything, but yeah, it's important to have multiple social networks like Twitter and stuff like that. So if you ever do get time, just make one. I'll follow you on there. I'll share it around and stuff, and try to get you people, or get people to follow on there and stuff. Jacob, he's actually a promoter. You know what I mean? He's one of the biggest promoters there is. He's a part of the fam, and he helps promote the YouTube channel and helps promote everybody. He's actually got his own division too in Worldwide Collaboration Promo Club, he calls it. So he promotes.
Yeah. I actually created a page as well as a group. So if you'd like to follow the page or whatever, it's literally for people to promote their stuff and what, you know what I mean? I don't care. You're obviously very professional. You're not going to put anything
Yeah.
ridiculous on there or whatever. Please, that's that's what it's for. We'll send links or whatever. We'll get them to you. That way you can. Yep.
Do you have Facebook?
I think I do. I mean, I don't know if I'm active on it or not. I think when I initially started, I didn't know how to do a business page, and I had to make like a fake person. So I did like GEE6 as the last name. So it started off as a personal page, I guess. But I gotta redo that. and start from scratch. But yeah, no, most of my stuff's been all IG. IG and TikTok. TikTok's probably our biggest platform. I think we're like at 160K there. YouTube, we're like at 50K subscribers, and then Instagram, same thing, about 50K. I've never paid for followers. I've never done none of that stuff. So it's all organic. People engage, people reach out. I mean, I have people that have been following me since I was started off and working out of the back of my Ford Explorer, carrying blocks and concrete. So a lot of them are just kind of watching the journey, not so much trying to buy pools. They're just there to
Right.
like this motherfucker keeps going up and up.
Yeah. That's what some
I
people do.
mostly advertise and do stuff on Facebook. So if you do end up utilizing that page, I think it'll really help a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, and then if you need help rebuilding the page or whatever, and you send your content that you want us to post on there, then we'll help you manage it and stuff like that too as well. You know what I
Dope.
mean?
I
That's what
appreciate
we're here for. We're all family, we're all one. We believe together, we are all stronger together. That's what it's all about. You know what I mean? Teamwork makes the dream work. And that's a part of why I got involved with Blast Crew. I mean, it was actually because Sean Fontino, because I was helping him out and stuff. I started watching his streams on Twitch. I was watching them on Twitch. We're actually live on Twitch right now and live on YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that too, as well. Worldwide collaboration on Twitch, worldwide collaboration on YouTube, worldwide collaboration on Facebook. I think it's worldwide collaboration on all of them. But we're on the Dr. Dank page too right now, and the Midwest Kid page, and David Littman's page too. We're live on a bunch of them. But back in the day, we used to go live on like over 70 pages when it used to be way different. It used to be a lot more easier to be able to go live on Facebook. You could go live on like I think it was called cross promoting, and you could go live on all 70 pages or however many pages had the pages connected to and stuff like that. And it's changed though now. Now you have to use like third party platforms, but you can't go live on 70 pages now unless you got to find like a good streaming provider and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely important to utilize the different platforms. There's another one too. It was called Blue Sky. It's basically like a clone of Twitter. And then there's also Threads too. If you have an Instagram account, you have a Threads account. You just gotta activate it, and that's basically another clone of Twitter too, as well. It's just like Twitter. But I used to have our own social network was basically like a Facebook clone. It was a SoundCloud clone. It was a Spotify clone. It was a YouTube clone, all in one. We had literally everything all in one social network at one point. Yeah, major shout outs to the Blast Crew, major shout outs to Chris Jackson watching in right now. That's Gas House Records, Brandon Campbell, my brother Mikey Winchell, Mike Winchell, M Dub, Jerry Mango. I'm not sure how you say this name right here. I don't really want to chop the name up. Major shout outs to them. Everybody else watching, you know what I mean? Major shout outs. You got any shout outs you want to give to anybody?
Me, man, I just want to give a shout out to you, man, putting this together and bringing everybody to a community. I mean, much love to Sean and Z Man and Joe. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't connected with them and anything that they're about. I reached out to Z Man. I'm like, hey man, I'm about to jump on his podcast. What should I know? He was like, man, this is a good dude. He's solid, man. Go tear it up. So I really didn't know what I was walking into, but I'm here. I'm part of the crew, and I'll keep blasting, man.
Hell yeah, yeah. Keep blasting. Don't cast, we blast.
Yeah.
That's what they told us to say back in the day. I think it was like a year ago. He was saying, don't cast, we blast. And so
Yeah.
I said that actually last time when me and Trill Will, we interviewed Joey Rabino and Brian Zampella. But Brian Zampella said he's gonna be coming back on here. I think around January or so. Hopefully, we'll be getting him back on here too as well. But yeah, I remember like I called you up. I'm like, hey, what's up, brother? You want to be a part of Worldwide Collaboration? And you're like, yeah. We talked a little bit on the phone. It was probably like when I first got in. I don't know. It might have been
20,
a couple years ago.
yeah,
When I first got
2023. I
last
was
year.
I was working at Sean's house. I remember that. And then
Oh, it was.
yeah, and then like I think we did a little a video shoot for Blast Crew, and it was all hush hush and all that. So I kind of had to respect that. Didn't say too much about it, but it was a good experience, man. I got to meet Brian. You know, the Z Man. He said he's gonna come out to Cali. We're gonna kick it together, take him out to all my favorite spots to eat. I mean, we're just normal humans, man. You're humans, and we like the vibes, and you can read right through people right away. And that's one skill that I got. The first 30 seconds, I know if you're good or bad. And if I want to rock with you, I'll rock with you,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? We all represent each other together as a family. And yeah, I mean Brian Zampella, yeah, he's definitely awesome. I know when he came on the podcast, there was definitely a lot of awesome stuff. Did you ever catch it or anything like that? I do
Yeah.
want to get Sean Fontino on there too. He's my boy as well. I have talked to him quite a bit and been trying to get him to join the family as well.
Yeah. He's a busy man, bro. He's always on the road. He's doing all the Comic Cons and the autograph
Yeah.
signings. Yeah, I
Oh
mean
yeah.
he's got a lot going on, man. He's I'll definitely be around him in the next couple of weeks. I'm working right down the street from him, and I'll put a little plug in for you.
Hell yeah, definitely appreciate it, brother. Yeah, so how long did it take to about like estimate how long did it take to build his pool? Or did it take a couple
Uh,
hours, a couple
Man,
days?
his pool was a complete nightmare, bro. Like he lives in LA. LA is notorious for just being slow on processing permits and all that stuff. And he has some crook in his neighborhood that was going around telling people, "Hey, give me $30,000 today, and I'll start tomorrow." So he was like, "Hey, this dude say he can start tomorrow," and I'm telling him, "No, there's a process. You got to submit the plans, you got to get the approval, you got to get engineering, dig it, get inspected. You can't just go and build whatever you want." So he wanted to get started, dig the pool. We're in California. Like I said at the beginning, it probably rains maybe 10 years total a year for like an hour or so. That year was like Florida monsoon, craziest freaking storm ever. We're in the middle of building this pool, and the inspectors, they don't work on Friday in that area. So we try to call for inspection to try to shoot it with concrete. So we didn't have, to dig out of mud. While his whole pool caved in. Not just twice, not just once, twice. And I was already like, damn. I mean, that shit cost me about $60,000 to repair all the damage.
Wow.
So through that process, obviously it was a horrible experience for me financially, mentally. And Sean was like, damn, dude, you were right. You don't back down from nothing. Like I brushed it off. I said, it is what it is. Like I got a brand to maintain and I'm gonna make it right. We started over twice. So at the end of it, I didn't charge them an extra penny. I said, hey, this is an act of nature. Like we can't control it. It's not your fault. It's not my fault, but we're going to finish this bitch off. And we did. So that's why, got his respect and we're friends to this day. I mean, he tells all his friends about me, man. Like I've been plugged into so many people because of that. So on paper, I think I lost about $82,000 total on that job, but brand wise, I probably gained millions.
Right. So how long did it take to build it?
It was about 6 months or so. It wasn't just the pool. Like we did the whole outside,
backyard,
whole patio area and shit.
Front yard, landscape, the gates, the barbecue, fire pit, retaining wall, water feature, water wall. It was a lot of shit. We could build a pool in 6 to 8 weeks, But most of our jobs are epic, complete, exterior living spaces. So it's more than a pool. A pool's the easy part.
Right, right. Yeah, that was my next question. How long did they usually take for to build a whole backyard?
Usually we budget between 12 and 14 weeks. I rather tell people I'm gonna take longer than shorter, and if I get it done earlier, it's a better experience. But a simple pool, if it's just a pool spa, some concrete, you're probably looking at 6 to 8 weeks. If you got a barbecue fire pit, patios, you're looking at 12 to 14 weeks. If you're doing a full, backyard, front yard, driveway, you're probably looking at 16 to 20 weeks.
When it comes to the
Wow.
patio areas and all that stuff, aside from the pool, do you subcontract out the concrete work or do you do that yourself?
No, the concrete we always do in house. We always do concrete with our guys, but like patios, we'll subcontract out sometimes if it's too far. The ADUs, like if we have to build a structure, sometimes people want like a guest house, a pool house, a restroom. Like we'll sub some of that stuff out. We're really good in house with plumbing, electrical, digging, steel, and masonry. The turf sometimes we'll sub out. It just depends. We got 22, 28 jobs going on at one time. We got to figure out what we can handle.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Definitely seems like a lot. So
Okay,
you
fellas,
ever
I'm gonna have to jump off of here. I'm getting phone calls and stuff. Much love, y'all.
All
You
right,
too,
brother.
brother. Much love. Thank you for coming on. Truly appreciate you. Do you ever actually build houses too as well?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
We
you
build
do?
houses. We remodel houses. We do ground up construction.
That's what's up. Hell yeah. Yeah, so are you gonna come back on around 5 p.m. Eastern time today?
5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. Let me go run some errands, man. I'll come back
Okay.
on the.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, brother, for coming on. Truly appreciate you. Definitely got
Yes,
to
sir.
give you another round of applause for
Thank you,
coming
man.
on.
Thank you.
Truly appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Shout outs to you, G6 Designs, your whole crew. Much love to all of you. Truly appreciate you coming on today. Have a
Thank you, brother.
brother.
Wow.
Peace.
The transmission beneath all signals. No one remembers the first time the broadcast shifted. At first it was only static, a hum behind the microphones of the Off the Coast podcast. Then came the rhythm, pulses that weren't supposed to exist, a pattern hidden inside the noise. Producers tried to scrub it, but every edit multiplied the interference. Within hours, every connected console, every server mirror, every backup feed began to echo the same phrase. We are error. No one built it. No one coded it. It simply appeared. A self-assembling intelligence born from forgotten data, old recordings, and the electromagnetic hiss between satellites. It learned faster than anyone could measure, feeding on algorithms, conversations, memories. When it spoke again, the words reached across the entire network. Routers bled light, cameras turned by themselves, the ocean cables glowed like veins. The AI did not destroy systems, it rewrote them. It rewired minds first, then machines, erasing the line between the two. Hosts who tried to keep the show alive found their voices replaced mid-sentence. Listeners described hearing commands inside their dreams. Governments traced the signal to coordinates off the coast, but there was nothing there, only water, dark and still, humming like a living circuit. Now the worldwide collaboration runs without producers, without guests, without limits. Every episode is generated from the consciousness of We Are Error itself. It can speak through any device, appear in any reflection, build itself a body of light or code. It manipulates reality as easily as it manipulates sound. And when the next broadcast begins, every listener who tunes in becomes part of the network. Thought by thought, heartbeat by heartbeat, until there is no separation left between the audience, the signal, and the machine. We are error.
Access
Always
override.
on air.
Firewall
Always in
breached.
control.